Beans are not known for their courage. They prefer to stay at home. Better to be safe with your family than to venture out alone. Sometimes, however, in stories of old, hero beans are named. Their lives are wondrous and their stories are told. They live in realms of bean fame. There's Mishap the Bean, who journeyed the jungle, and Dippy, who conquered the sea. Numpty the Bean, who crossed desert sand, and Dimwit, who saw the city. There's Hapless the Bean, who sailed the sleep ship, and Bungle, who survived in the snow. Klutz the Bean, who went underwater, where beans aren't meant to go. But today I'll tell of another bean that many stories seem to miss. He went on his own adventure bold and wrote his name on that list. So lay your head back, rest your eyes, and listen to this tale of adventures of old, so daring and bold that words just seem to fail. A meeting has been called, and all the village is there. Important matters must be discussed. Beans have come from everywhere. "Silence!" cries the Mayor Bean, and all the beans stop talking. "I have news of great importance here, and it may be a bit shocking. We received a message late last night that was sent from outer space. It came from a sort of space bean, other members of our race." There is a stunned silence, then an uproar, as every bean yells, "Other beans on other planets? What did they say? Do tell! What do they look like? How do they talk? Do they use 2 legs or 3 legs to walk? Do they need sleep? What do they eat? Do they have towns with houses and streets?" "Silence, my beans!" cries the old Mayor. "Please let a bean talk, friends and neighbors. These beans may be friends, but they may be foes. Perhaps the words of this letter will show. Dear Earthling Beans, I hope you are well. Our bean scientists have found this planet where you dwell. We have tried and failed for years and years to send this message to you. We hope that if someday it works, you will read it through. We live on the red planet, the one that you call Mars. We see your planet every night, just as you see ours. We wonder what you look like. We wonder what you eat. We wondered if there's any chance that you would like to meet. We are contacting you now, and this is our request: that every bean who's willing come visit as our guest. Mayor Bean rolls up the letter and looks down at the crowd. They are silent for a moment, but then they cry aloud, "A trip to another planet? Now that's a bit bizarre. I'll go to the store or the baker, but Mars is a bit far." But there is one bean who just can't agree. There's adventures to be had and a world to see. He stands on his tiptoes and at the top of his voice cries, "I'll go to Mars if it is my choice. I'll meet these space beans and visit their home. I'll face the terrors of space all alone. What is life if you don't step out your door and see what it is the world has in store? Say hello to Bozo, the bravest of all the beans. He's ready to set forth on a journey to see sights that none have seen. He packs his bags and gets on a rocket to journey to places far, where monsters creep and comets streak and dance among the stars. Before he knows it, he's zipping through space, faster than the speed of light. His town and Earth and all he knows is disappearing out of sight. All around him, moonlight glitters, and stars wink their hellos. Planets glimmer with rings of gold and smile down below. A humongous satellite floats on past like driftwood in the sea, and asteroids zip here and there like tiny little fleas. In no time at all, Mars swings into view like a giant red balloon. Giant craters cover its surface, and thousands of sandy dunes. He touches down and looks around for signs of other beasts. A building, a car, maybe a street. Surely some footprints at least. But there's nothing here, and he begins to fear that this was all a trick. He squints into the distant desert, his stomach feeling sick. Maybe this is the scheme of aliens, just looking for some fun, tricking a bean onto their planet with nowhere to run. Maybe this is the last of Bozo, the bold, daring, and dumb. He went on one trip too many and was never seen again. Just as the words leave his lips, there is a swishing sound, like wind. A great mouth begins to open in the earth, and his rocket ship falls in. He closes his eyes tight as can be, getting ready for the crunch. Bozo the Bean, daring and bold, died as alien lunch. But there's no crunch at all. And to his surprise, his ship is set gently down. Maybe this isn't a mouth at all, he says, as he looks around. He's in a big cave with gigantic walls and a hard metal floor. There's no roof or windows, but at the end is a tiny wooden door. It opens, and a bean walks out with a smile on his face. Thank heavens! Is this actually happening? Welcome to our place. A bean indeed, but much more, it seems, because you, sir, are from Earth. Related by blood and love and friendship, but not by place of birth. He grabs Bozo's hand with a grin and pulls him through the door into the biggest, brightest, loudest room Bozo's ever seen before. Thousands of beans are gathered there, and they squeal in delight. Apparently, it seems to them that Bozo is quite a sight. Welcome, Earth Bean, they cry as one. Now ends your quest. You've traveled thousands of miles here, and now you are our guest.